We are live, everyone. Welcome in to some Week 7 RXFL action. Early stream. It's about 10:30. Got the evening shift at work again tonight, so won't be able to stream later tonight. So we're streaming with you guys now. And we got Thursday night, and as you know, we play all the Thursday night and all the Monday night games. And we got two teams that are trying to figure out where they're going this season. You kind of see right now in the standings, we have a control of North Florida. But you see where they are, 0-6. North Florida looking for their first win of the season. They got an uphill battle as they lost to the winless Tennessee Oilers. They are in the American South, and they come into this game. You can see the rankings. You'll see in just a moment here, ranked 32. So we saw a 32nd ranked team previously in the New England Nightmare. And the Nightmare were able to come in, and they were able to get the win. They got their first win of the season against Dublin, so all was good there. Zach, Brian, glad to have you here on this early morning stream here. So they're going to be in action, but the other team, a big disappointment, number 26. We got number 26 against number 32. And the London Bulldogs were everyone's favorite to win the league championship at 1-4-1. They are not looking so hot themselves. We can take a quick look at the roster for the North Florida Cheetahs. Of course, the former Gainesville Clash owned by Tim Tebow helped put this team together, but it's been a struggle. Early on, they're led by quarterback Johnny Unitas, and it was a big signing to get Johnny Unitas from Portland. Of course, back up by Len Dawson here. And of course, Dan Pastoretti, former Oiler himself. Marshawn Lynch, you would think. I mean, Marshawn Lynch and Johnny Unitas, the 1-2 punch, but it hadn't worked so far. Steven Jackson as well. Receiving wise, Steve Largent. And you got Elroy Hurst. Is that how you say that? Charlie Joyner, Pat Tilley, Keelan Cole. So maybe not the biggest names in the world as far as your wide receiver core. Maybe that's where they're struggling. But, I mean, Shannon Sharp, of course, spent 5 years with Omaha, coming here over to North Florida. Dexter Manley as well. Tough guys. Trevor Price. Jack Ham. I mean, you got guys in the 90s and 80s. But we'll see here on Thursday night. First time we're going to see. Now, we did stream a Cheetahs game before. This is the North Florida Cheetahs. We did stream a game of theirs previously, and it was a tight contest. It was a game against the Chicago Cougars, the expansion Cougars. But here in this one, this will be our first time actually playing with the Cheetahs. So as you know, we don them in the old school. Now we have the black option. We can go with the teal. It is prime time, so maybe we want to go all black. Since it's going to be Thursday night, maybe trying to get that motivation to get that big win. We can go with that. On the London side, I think, what do we got? Blue and white. That's our options here. We can go all white if we want to. Or, you know, pretty standard, traditional for them to go into the blue. So here we go. North Florida and London. Let's do this one. And then as soon as this one's over, I'm going to lunch. Do you guys have a Jersey Mike in your city? That's where I'm looking to go for, Jersey Mike. So only one win, and we're going to see another game as well between two teams that are kind of rough up. Boy, Peyton Manning looking like his 1998 season right there with the 15 INTs. Looking to go with 15 touchdowns. So this game, where do we want to say this game is? Let's why don't we say it's in Gainesville? It's North Florida, so they represent all the North Florida area, the North Florida Cheetahs. And they play in Gainesville, they play in Tallahassee, they play games in Jacksonville. Don't have any one central location. The Vision, you know, the former quarterback of the Gainesville Clash, Tim Tebow, and he was able to get this thing going. The North Florida Cheetahs, obviously modeled after the old school Jacksonville Jaguars. I guess where he grew up. He grew up with these unis. He grew up in Jacksonville. So the rebranding as he retired after 5 years from the pro football world, a 5-year quarterback at the Gainesville Clash, a couple of postseason runs, was never able to get that championship. So he is able to move into the front office, part of an ownership group, to move the Gainesville Clash, or pretty much keep them headquartered in Gainesville. And there was some debate, too. I kind of asked you guys if you wanted to keep the Gainesville Clash name or not. I mean, Clash can work even with the Jaguar logo, right? But we decided to go. The original team, the Orlando Cheetahs of the SFL, was kind of what this was named after. And then, of course, as we said, modeled after the Jaguar uniforms that Tim Tebow grew up on. So that's how the name came about. So the same team, but new unis and new name, the North Florida Cheetahs. And we'll see if they can pick up their first win, as it's a winless team here. Winless Cheetahs team going up against the one-win London Bulldogs. Now you see Johnny Unitas coming into week 7, 1,000 yards, so not as many, but, and that's kind of maybe per old school, right? Johnny U, usually about those standards here. Oh, that cat's going crazy right now. All right. So here we go. 1st and 10 for the Cheetahs. Dropping back, and they're going to try to dump it off. And they're going to lose 11 yards on the screen. So it's already a disaster. As Mitchell couldn't get going, and Richard Dent came in. So we'll see who wakes up here. Are the Cheetahs going to get their first win, or the London Bulldogs, who people said were going to be the favorites to win the league championship, but they're 1-4. Not out of it yet for either of these teams. Still plenty of time for London as well. There's Shannon Sharp, as we said, and boy, poor Shannon Sharp can't catch a break. He spent 5 years with the Omaha Firebirds, who are now in Las Vegas as the Las Vegas Firebirds, and did not make the playoffs once, the great Shannon Sharp. And then here he comes to North Florida, and they are winless. So good job there. First down, Joyner, and Johnny Unitas 3 for 3. The blackout unis here for the North Florida Cheetahs. That's a game you see at the bottom of the screen. Mexico City and Chicago, 2 top teams. So the opposite of this, 1 win between these 2 teams. How about 11 wins? And that's the next game that we are going to stream between the Chicago Wolverines and Mexico City Golden Eagles. Just kicking off week 7 here Thursday night. And if you're new to the stream, we play the Thursday night game, we play the Monday night game, and then we pick 2 games, 1 early game, 1 afternoon game to play with you. So our early game is going to be the Wolverines and the Golden Eagles. Unitas. Quick pass, completes it out to Shannon Sharp again. And it's not, through any lack of Shannon Sharp's talents, as we said, the poor guy. Spent 5 years in Omaha where they weren't able to get a playoff run. And then here he comes to North Florida, and they're winless. And that one just thrown into heavy traffic, picked off by Claiborne. Unitas just kind of panicked there. And that one was easily intercepted. So not many INTs on the year for Unitas, but one right there as he couldn't find anybody open, and with the pressure raining down, he just kind of forced it. So now we'll see Peyton Manning has got no shortage of interceptions thrown on this season, without a doubt. So good field position as well for the London Bulldogs. That one going to be swatted away by Ham. Incomplete. Second and 10 for the Bulldogs. Wide open is Newsome. And Newsome getting that one just shy of the red zone. He's up to the 28. Only 1 win on the year for these London Bulldogs. We've just seen the backfield, Emmitt Smith. Of course, Peyton Manning. I mean, you look at this roster, that's why people said Roddy White, Michael Irvin, Emmitt Smith, Peyton Manning. This was supposed to be the team. And Emmitt Smith barely got the ball in his hands before he was brought down for a loss of yards. Emmitt Smith, 5 very successful seasons. You see Steve Atwater there with the stop. 5 very successful seasons in Oklahoma City with the Bandits, getting to 3 consecutive playoff berths, as well as a Revolution Bowl appearance. Manning gets hit, quarterback sack, and North Florida back-to-back turnovers. Manning, it looked like he got tied up with Emmitt Smith there. Yeah, he got tied up with Smith. And then Vrabel came in. So Johnny Unitas, another opportunity. 4 of 5 on the opening drive, including the interception. And we'll see how North Florida handles things here on their next drive. Still early on in this game, 3rd possession of the game. We're seeing the league start to take shape. Big opening from Marshawn Lynch. He wasn't quite able to hit it, but he was able to pick up 6 yards on that one. But you're seeing the standings at the bottom of your screen, so you're starting to see where teams are kind of falling into play. That's another big game right there, Dallas and Columbus. Give to Marshawn Lynch. Look at Lynch, and that's going to be a big first down. Nicely done by Marshawn. You know, early on, new league, you don't really know what players or what teams are going to kind of stand out, but you're kind of starting to see now at the bottom the teams that are, you know, going to kind of be your teams to watch and your teams that are no so good. And Marshawn Lynch again with a nice run there. That's going to be the big one. Chicago and Mexico City, and that's a division game. So we're going to see those two teams play again at some point. Unitas now back to pass. And he intercepted again. Buenacante. Unitas can't catch a break in this one so far. 2 INTs early on for Johnny Unitas. Looked like he was hoping his receiver was going to have a bit of a stronger beat on the ball, but he wasn't able to. And unfortunately, this one might be indicative. It's, you know, we committed all Thursday night, all Monday night games, and these were picked before the season. Look at Emmitt Smith of what games would be which. Of course, we get to determine the afternoon games, the Sunday early and the Sunday evening, so we get that ability as a game of the week. But these ones are kind of locked in, and like we said, we're seeing number 26 and number 32 here. And Manning connects with Robert. Steve Atwater there to lay out ahead. A lot of former Denver Broncos you see on these teams here. There's a lot of them on the Portland Lumberjacks squad. I'm seeing some here on the Cheetahs squad with Shannon Sharp, Steve Atwater. And they give to Emmitt Smith. Did Smith get enough for the first down? It's going to be short. So 3rd and inches. They're going to mark it here for North Florida. First down, Emmitt Smith. Hope you guys have a pleasant Monday, by the way, if I didn't mention already. Glad to have you guys with us as well, Brian and company. Peyton Manning. Out to Alshon Jeffrey, and Jeffrey just shy of the first down mark. And, you know, we keep talking about it, and we hammer home the point every time we see this London Bulldogs team. It's like, man, this stacked roster, how are they not the championship favorites, right? But they haven't been able to get going here. But this is a promising drive for them right now as Emmitt Smith will get the first down. 65 yards on the ground for Smith last week.
Set 90 Wolf.
Going to the outside, Smith. I believe both these teams are in the American Conference. I know for sure the Cheetahs are. They're in the American, so I haven't quite memorized which division all the teams are in with all the relocations. But obviously, the team looking like the Jags are in the South. I think we put the London teams in the East, right, with the Nightmare and all of them. I believe. Look a look. Dropping back. Heavy coverage there, but Manning still slipped it in there to Michael Irvin. So 3rd and 3 for the London Bulldogs. Manning lined up out of the gun. Emmitt Smith out of the game. Touchdown to Roddy White. And there you go. London strikes first here in Gainesville. Roddy White left open. Peyton Manning putting it in there. And your extra point is good. So the Bulldogs, 7-0 here over the North Florida Cheetahs. The former Gainesville Clash, taking the name of the former Orlando Cheetahs of the SFL, won the league championship back in season 7. And if you want to see those results of those old championship games from our old channel, you can check that out at Patreon, patreon.com/TBSports27. The championship stat book is up there of all the scores. We did about 13 championships across the NFL 2K5, and we did across NCAA, and then eventually we moved to Madden 07 before we ended the league for a time, and then eventually brought it back, well, in a different incarnation. And now here we are moving to Madden again. So the league could just bounce. The teams could just bounce leagues left and right? So bringing back that classic name. As we always pay tribute to the old league. You know, we had the San Antonio Dragons. Marshawn Lynch. What a heavy run there. Oh my God. And then he got one of his players just landed right on top of him. But Lynch seems to be okay. But, you know, we had the San Antonio Dragons for a while that we paid tribute to our old league. Of course, we had the New York, New Jersey Assassins for a time, which was a take on the New York Slashers name. Which maybe we can always bring that back. We got the New York Shamrocks now. But is that tough enough for New York? I know, you know, it's the Shamrock City, but you can always bring back the Slasher name. Who knows? But for now, the North Florida Cheetahs. But we can always go back to the Clash or what have you. Unitas saw the blitz coming and tried to get rid of it, but not enough time as Dent comes in and takes the sack. 5th time this season for Richard Dent. You see, Johnny U was ready. He knew it was going to have to be fast, but not enough time before Dent came and got him. You see Howie Long right there. 3rd and 21. Pressure coming again. Unitas just pops it up and incomplete. So North Florida will punt this one away, and actually it'll be their first punt of the ball game here because they turned it over 2 times previous to this. So you're starting to see why they're ranked number 32 in the league. Lawrence on the return, and it's going to be up to the 21. So that's where we'll see the London Bulldogs with their next opportunity here. Thursday night here. Pretty good crowd here in Gainesville, despite the record of their team. Getting that one out there to Newsom. Good for a gain of 4. They give to Emmitt Smith, and he's going outside. Smith trying to just lower the shoulder. So it's going to be 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4 for the London Bulldogs here. They're not out of it yet. They got the tie, which helps. They got 4 losses. But it's still a lot of time to make up ground. A lot harder for North Florida. And Jeffries is not going to get the first down. My goodness. Nice stop there by Flowers. Wasn't happening for Alshon Jeffries. So a 3 and out for the London Bulldogs. The great Ray Guy, who spent some years in Omaha with the Firebirds. Not able to get that one to bounce inbounds. So
Here we go.
that's where we'll see the next possession here of North Florida.
Let's go. 16 the outlaw.
See some guys crown the line here. Unitas finding Hirsch. Tiptoeing down the sideline, runs out of room.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
And the Cheetahs are in business.
Here we go.
Mix of old school and new school here with the North Florida Cheetahs. Big opening up the middle, and Marshawn hits it. Cheetahs picking up a little bit of momentum here on this drive.
Let's go now. 50, plant.
I don't think you got it, son. 58 for
Under the lights here in Gainesville. Oh, what a beautiful block. What a great block. That was right there. Often critical of the way blocking is in Madden, but that was a good one. Look at this. I don't know if we'll get a good angle on it. Right there. That was beauty. The Cheetahs looking to tie this one up here.
Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs.
Now.
Okay, baby, I see you.
There you see the great Howie Long. Spent some time in the league last season.
Down.
2nd and 12 for Unitas and the Cheetahs. Caught by Shannon Sharp. And if it wasn't for the 2 interceptions, Johnny U's completion percentage and numbers looking good, but the 2 interceptions hurt for sure.
We want it. Get it.
Oh my goodness, Sharp. He ran too far, wide open. And Unitas can't believe it. Shannon Sharp was there. And it's like the pass was there. Shannon Sharp just went too far. So the Cheetahs will go for a field goal here to get some points on the board. And that is picture perfect. So it's 7-3. Goulagan. That's old school right there. Not a single bar face mask here. Don't you love it? Even in this era, the old school guys still rocking the single bar.
That's it, baby. We're gonna work.
Next possession for the London Bulldogs. They went 3 and out last time here. And North Florida actually almost doubling them up with yards here. But yet, London remains in the lead, and that's where the question is, how can this offense that has so many stacked players get going? Where's the struggle at? Emmett Smith. Not enough for the first, but getting a little closer, so it's 3rd and 6 for the Bulldogs. First down, Alshon Jeffrey. Peyton Manning 9 and 10 for 90. Jeffrey's had a big game today.
You ready?
52's the mic. Check, 52's the mic. Hey, 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 hey.
Two.
Could not escape the pressure, and he goes down. Faison. Quarterback sack on to Manning. He didn't fumble that time. Last time he got hit, he fumbled. So that's at least a plus for the London Bulldogs here. And he can't get rid of it again.
Talking about
30 tackles for Anderson this year, which is pretty good. And he's trying to get rid of it, but it's, Madden, the slow throwing animation. So 3rd and 30 for the Bulldogs. This drive went from good to bad all of a sudden. And Manning just Looking for anything, and again, this throwing animation kills me. Oh my god, it's so slow. I hate it in this game. It is so brutal. Look how slow this windup is. Oh my god. So 3 sacks in a row. And the Bulldogs, well, they're not looking much better either. You would have thought maybe this was an opportunity for one of these two teams to kind of look at that punt. Oh my goodness. That's rough. That's rough right there. So 2-minute warning. Bulldogs lead 7-3 here over North Florida.
Ready. 18 Gator.
Let's go, team.
Opportunity for one of these two teams to maybe get a big blowout win, but it's a tight contest, and there's Mitchell, and he's going to get driven out of bounds. Not only a nice run, but the clock's going to stop.
Let's go.
Marone Douglas there, the coach on the sideline.
Ready, set.
Oh, the clock did not stop. Wait a minute. That's a controversy right there. And that one's incomplete. The clock kept running. It should have stopped. And that kind of forced the quick play.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Snap.
Intercepted, underthrown, and that's the 3rd interception of the game for Unitas, the 2nd for Claiborne, and he had an open man, but Unitas underthrew it. Watch this. I mean, you got a wide open guy going across the field, and it's the old underthrow.
Here we go. Set. 10-2 soft.
So good field position here for London. Plenty of turnovers. Is it me playing bad, or I mentioned maybe I need to bump down the sliders? I don't know. These turnovers are. There's been a lot of them lately. And it could be me, I don't be, but I mean, come on that one play, that was obviously an underthrow.
Hey, they scared.
Get it.
Here comes the blitz, and again, Manning can't get rid of it. Manning getting knocked around. London, they're going to go ahead and take a timeout here. Now the game doesn't even want them to attempt to play, so we call a timeout. We're in field goal range. What the heck? Come on. We're close to field goal range.
Let's go. 8, read.
Hey, watch the slant.
Big rip.
Intercepted. This is ridiculous. All right, I got to change the sliders. There shouldn't be this many interceptions. It's freaking one-on-one coverage down the field. Oh, I guess these teams only have one win between them for a reason. But it's like, it's one-on-one. How's Roddy White going to get beat like that on one-on-one coverage? Bob Jeter. Forget Derek Jeter. Come on.
Here we go. 60 out low.
Yeah, I'll have to remember to tweak the sliders after this for less interceptions. It's getting kind of crazy. Hey, the USFL can change rules in the middle of the season. I can tweak sliders in the middle of the season. Nothing happening for Marshawn Lynch, and it may just be the Cheetahs winding this one down and getting into halftime. That's exactly what's going to happen here. No one calling timeouts. We're going to get to the half.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
Come on. Here we go.
Shoot.
And that's going to do it for the first half. London,
All day, baby.
a 7-3 lead here on North Florida. Two teams in the bottom of the rankings, and you're kind of seeing it a little bit here. Let's see what happens in the second half here in Gainesville. Bulldogs will get the ball first. I keep forgetting about my rules, but I can just return it out. The kickoff rules. We're returning all kicks. Nuts to these rules about touchbacks and such. All right, Peyton Manning, he has been roughed up by the Cheetah defense. They've come in and gotten a couple of nice blows onto Peyton Manning.
Down. 50, plant.
He's had 2 turnovers too, the 1 fumble, the INT. Poor blocking there. That put Emmitt Smith way behind. And Smith is going to lose 6 yards on that run. So he's not helping the cause either. 2nd and 16. Open is Newsome. And Newsome up to the 44. 117 through the air for Peyton Manning in this one.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. 52. Watch the screen, watch the side.
Roddy White. He's been relatively quiet today. He had the interception and a pass that was thrown his way.
Ready up.
But London looking good so far on this drive. First drive of the 3rd.
Ready.
Alshon Jeffries had a number of catches today, and Jeffrey out of bounds. So London on this opening drive, I don't know, North Florida kind of sleeping a little bit here. Opening drive of the 3rd quarter, and Peyton Manning stormed him right down the field here.
Hey man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
Snap.
Another one, Michael Irvin. And now you're starting to see these wide receivers,
That's it, baby.
this stacked wide receiver core of the London Bulldogs. You're starting to see how many weapons and options that they have.
Here we go, G. Here I come. Here I come.
They give to Emmitt Smith. You saw at the bottom of the screen a moment ago, LA Kiss and the Salt Lake City Elks. That's a rematch of Revolution Bowl 2 with Huntington Beach and Salt Lake City. So that'll be an interesting former championship showdown there. Manning wide open, Michael Irvin.
Let's go, let's go.
Here come the Bulldogs. London Bulldogs. It's been the London Monarchs that have been the team of London so far. Touchdown! How about that opening drive? Peyton Manning and the Bulldogs. It started rough with the loss of yards to Emmitt Smith, but they woke up. They got going. And look at the score now. Oh boy, that was terrible. Well, 13-3 with the missed extra point. Peyton Manning 6 of 6 on that drive. Good night. We will see how the Cheetahs respond here.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Marshawn Lynch has had a pretty relatively good running game so far today. Just under 100 yards. Starting this one off with Lynch again, and Marshawn Lynch heading to the outside. Lynch running out of real estate, but he's up to 83 yards on the ground. Trying to will these Cheetahs into their first win of the year.
15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie.
Lynch takes it again. Outside, then inside. He's having a really nice rushing performance.
Ball stop.
Break.
55. Check 55. Mike. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Smerlast right there. And Lynch goes right past him. Look at Marshawn Lynch. Maybe keep it in Lynch's hands. Forget throwing the ball to Johnny U. Marshawn right now.
Ready.
And that was the case in our last two streams too. It was like it was in the third quarters when offenses kind of woke up, and here we're seeing again Marshawn comes out for a moment, but the running game continues with Mitchell.
We got this.
And the Bulldog defense trying to figure out how to stop the rushing attack of North Florida.
18 Gator.
58 right there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And here we go again.
Outside to Marshawn. There's the blocks. And just knocked out of bounds.
Let's go.
Both teams with extremely impressive opening drives here.
10-2 stop.
58 to Mike. 65. 65.
5.
Full. Oh, look at the handoff to Daniels. Touchdown. Touchdown, North Florida. And if they can nail the extra point, it's only a field goal game here for the Cheetahs. They went with the tight end handoff there. Extra point is good. 13-10. Kick being brought out. And up to the 24.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
All right, well, we got Emmitt Smith, you know. You look at what Marshawn Lynch is doing. How can you match that?
Blue down. Blue down.
You saw the rushing numbers at the top of the screen there. Manning is going to go to Newsome, and Newsome with the first down. It's a tale of two halves right now, with the defense in the first half and offense coming alive in the third quarter here. Roddy White. And it seems like it's pretty much the Peyton Manning and the Marshawn Lynch show.
On the ready.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Blitz come in. Manning gets it away to Jeffrey. Both teams playing hard, man. They want this win. They need this win. I mean, it's pretty desperate. More so for the London Bulldogs. It's going to be almost an impossible effort for the Cheetahs, especially, I mean, losing to the winless Oilers last week.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh.
Oh, man, Emmitt Smith. Still just 33 on the ground for Emmitt.
Come on, set. 50, plant.
They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. What?
Let's go.
Let's get it.
Newsome, the juke, and the first down.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Peyton Manning doing pretty good. The one INT, as we said, on the single coverage earlier on in the ball game. But other than that, it's a pump, it's a give to Emmitt, and they cannot get this rushing attack going. Where the passing game has been pretty much lights out for London. The rushing attack, not quite there.
10 Lobo.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get
Two.
Roberts. And they are in the red zone. 20th, 23 for Peyton Manning.
Ready.
Watch Mike. Bend it. Bend it.
And it might come back to hurt. We're going to see how this one. Look at this. Touchdown, Bulldogs. It's going to come down. It is going to hurt. I hate to say, I think North Florida, if they continue to exchange blows like this, the fact that on that Shannon Sharp play, I don't know whose fault it was. It seemed like I'm putting it on Shannon Sharp. based on how everything was, that Shannon Sharp went too far. Because I don't think, it didn't look like the pass was overthrown, but Shannon Sharp went too far, and that's where the Cheetahs had to settle for a field goal. That's the thing keeping this a 3-point game back and forth, is the fact that Shannon Sharp was unable to make that catch inbounds. If that touchdown stands, it's a whole different game. 20-10 your score right now. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns for both North Florida and London combined. Out of the gun, and Unitas intercepted. They went away from the passing game. 4 interceptions for Unitas, and that wasn't even the route that was supposed to be run. At least I don't think so. It was supposed to be a crossing route over the middle, unless I picked the wrong play. Marcus Peters, so it ain't looking good.
Got it. Choose the mic right here, over there, right? 50, choose the mic. Let's go, baby. They turn it over. Get that ball. Get that ball. Fine.
Play fake. Manning down. It's picked up by Ham. He's got Michael Irvin chasing him. I think Irvin might have the speed, yes, but what a big turn of events for the Cheetahs.
We're going to shut you down.
Wow, the play fake ended up hurting the Bulldogs. This is big for North Florida. So they've been gifted an opportunity here after yet another Johnny Unitas INT. He's had 4 of them, and I'm definitely going to tweak the sliders, whether it's me playing crappy or just, I mean, going up against these all-star defenses, but it's like, there's averaging 4 interceptions in the dang game. But anyway.
Ready. 15, Ronnie. 15 line.
Oh, man, Marshawn Lynch. He wanted to hit that opening. Didn't quite have the speed to get there. Now, do you keep pounding the rock? Do you keep running the ball if you're North Florida, knowing it's going to be pretty predictable at this point? Or do you let Johnny Unitas try to throw it? And Unitas is lining up in the gun here. And he gets it to Joyner. Joyner surrounded by Bulldogs. Where's the blocking? Where's the Cheetah blocking, man?
Let's go. 10-2 stop.
In your face.
Get it.
Marshawn Lynch gets a little bit before Fred Smerlas brings him down. 120 on the ground for Marshawn.
Okay, ready?
58 to Mike. Bring it.
Big grip.
Derek Brooks coming in. And now, all of a sudden, you look at it.
Here we go. 30 base.
No microphone I can use. Can you hear me? Okay. What the heck happened there? Hello. Okay. Here we go. Quick pass. Unitas. Touchdown. North Florida. Gonna be a field goal game again here. No good. Are you kidding me with the missed extra points in this one? My goodness. Well, 4-point game, so if they get another touchdown, which touchdowns have been very easy to come by here. We'll see how London answers. This drive's going to be critical. Peyton Manning's fumbled twice in this one.
Let's go, baby.
Obviously, you kind of lose the Emmitt Smith ability with the way he's struggling. You almost figure to keep the ball in the hands of Peyton Manning to have any kind of success here.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. You got three. Three down.
Jeffrey can't hang on to it. Incomplete. (20-16). North Florida, the last remaining winless team in the league. Screen pass. Emmitt Smith. First down and more. 266 for Peyton Manning in this one.
Let's go now. 8 read.
Peyton Manning had the big record-breaking game or something earlier in the season. That was when we were playing on arcade mode, but it was just... So this is the opposite. We were doing arcade mode earlier, and earlier in the season, and it was like ridiculous how easy it was. We were putting a point, like the streams were over like almost 2 hours for one game. So then we changed it up to this, competitive mode, which makes the defense a lot tougher, less offense, but I guess it's more consistent with how football should be. Michael Irvin. And so far the Cheetah defense has had no answers for Peyton Manning other than forcing a handful of fumbles.
Set 50 plant.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Ready?
Open again. First down, Newsome.
Let's go.
And Manning about to hit 300 yards in this one.
Set ready. 70 Indy.
This was a drive the Cheetahs needed a stop on. And it continues to go back to that missed touchdown by Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, baby.
That has been the thing that's harmed the Cheetahs. They have not been able, and that's what happened in Revolution Bowl 5. As you saw Ann Arbor continually trying to come from behind, and it wasn't happening. They were never able to overcome it. You're seeing the same thing happen here in this game. 300 yards passing for Peyton Manning.
We go. 18 Gator.
We gotta step it up.
Get it.
Manning just gets rid of it.
Ready. 90 Wolf.
Let's see what you got.
Speed dribble.
Intercepted! Intercepted by North Florida. Anderson with the INT. And that was a huge turnover. Trying to go for a crossing pattern over the middle of both receivers. A lot of traffic there. I mean, again, Anderson's there, but it's one-on-one coverage. And they just get beat. So here come the Cheetahs with an opportunity to get their first win of the year. Unitas out to Shannon Sharp. Numbers not pretty for Unitas. Good completion percentage, but that's about it.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Draw play to Mitchell.
Boom! That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
You're going to have to see Unitas use his arm here. And Unitas gets sacked by Howie Long.
Boom! All day.
Howie Long with some smack talk for Johnny U as well.
Ready.
Definitely a different Unitas than what we saw in Portland. Unitas with Fitzgerald, they're about unstoppable. And that's why this was such a big signing, as Unitas gets sacked. So they're going to have to punt this one away. I mean, on 4th and 25. Yeah, I mean, you just got to play the defense at this point. That was terrible. It started promising, but back-to-back sacks for the Cheetahs. But yeah, Unitas, I mean, was pretty outstanding in Portland. And he had Larry Fitzgerald with them. And that was supposed to be a big signing here for Tim Tebow, going out and getting Johnny Unitas. They're the number 2 seed last season in the playoffs. And are you kidding me? And yeah, the Unitas magic that was in Portland has not come to North Florida. No defense to speak of. Touchdown, and that might do it. This should give London their 2nd win of the year. And that would drop North Florida down to 0-7. Boy, sometimes the little meter is so slow, and then other times it's just so darn fast. And those extra points. So 27-16, your score here in Gainesville.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Let's go now. 30 base.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot.
Fire.
Hirsch had some nice catches early on in this game. It hadn't done much lately, and
Let's go.
Down. 8 Reed.
just trying to go quickly now for the Cheetahs. Need a couple of scores. Oh, man, that one could have nearly been intercepted, too.
Come on, set.
I don't know, unfortunately, this Cheetah offense, and again, you know, Tim Tebow did kind of model it.
Snap.
Maybe running first, pass second. Not really going to be conducive to this kind of come from behind. Of course, Walter Payton spent 5 years with the Gainesville Clash. Now Marshawn Lynch
Pittsburgh.
coming in.
Double dog. That's the way.
Hit it.
And going with the blackout unis didn't help. Their normal color is, of course, teal. But they decided to go with the all black, the blackout. Trying to, you know, spark a little motivation here. But we'll see. There's still some time left, but
50 plant. 61 matchbox lights. Get it.
interception. And that's going to do it. 5 INTs for Unitas. Oh, he had 3 on the year coming into this one. And it was still I don't know if I'd say a sloppy effort. I mean, it was a win, and you started to see Peyton Manning kind of get going, and then you saw this Bulldog defense have their big moments, and we continue to talk about the Bulldog offense, but this Bulldog defense just as stacked, and you see Manning's numbers. I mean, they have, as you saw there, Derek Brooks. They have Howie Long. They have Smurlass. So they have good guys defensively as well. It's not just an offensive-minded team here. And looking like the Cheetahs may wave the, well, I'd say the white flag. They're dressed in all black. Maybe the black flag. They're waving some kind of flag to say that they're giving up. There you go. London is going to get their second win of the year, while 32-ranked North Florida is going to remain winless. But we got a good one coming up next, and we're going to see more good defense. Well, not coming up next, but on the next stream. It's going to be the former Ann Arbor Annihilators, who are still the class of the league, now the Chicago Wolverines. Last time we saw them, it was a low-scoring affair, but they had a stacked defense, and we're going to see that stacked defense once again. They're going to go up against a pretty good, a really good, a 5-1 Mexico City Golden Eagles squad. So between Mexico City, the Golden Eagles, and the Wolverines, it's going to be a good one. It's going to be 11 wins. So between these two teams, you had 1 win. London now has 2. As Unitas looking back, trying to figure out, well, that wasn't good. That's what he's saying. That wasn't a good one. Final numbers, of course, Peyton Manning, 352 with 4 TDs. Unitas, just 155, 5 interceptions. Emmitt Smith, 60 yards on the ground. Irvin, 94 yards receiving. And Roddy White, 49 yards for this one. I'm going to bump down the interception sliders again. It's probably me not being the greatest Maddener, but I do have a Super Bowl to my name, 15-1 record. I don't know. But the interception is just kind of crazy right now, and it's like we're averaging 4 to 5 interceptions a game, which I feel like is a bit much. So for the sake of competitive balance here, and I'm going to show you guys. We're going to bump it down right here with all of you. Oh, I got to be the... Interceptions are already down at 25, and I'm still throwing that many? That's ridiculous. So the slider's already bumped down for INTs, but yet I'm still throwing a boatload of them. I'm gonna bump... there should be interceptions. It was like, good Lord. The last couple of streams we did, there's been more than enough. So we're gonna maybe slide this down to a nice solid 15. Everything else is just kind of half and half. Should we bump power up just a little bit? Field goal power is always a little low in Madden. And accuracy too. We're missing a lot of extra points, so we don't need kickoffs going to the back of the end zone, so let's just bump this down. We'll see. We'll put it at 25 and see where those kickoffs leads, but we'll settle with that for right now. Great. Cool. Save that. So those are the sliders we'll do. Always adjusting. Come on. The USFL makes adjustments all the time. So what the heck? Boy, these... okay, there we go. I was going to say these pictures. It's so funny. They don't have the relocation logos. 2 Jaguar logos, a Texans logo, an EA Sports logo. So obviously not very clean there, but so in the standings, this is where London is now. I want to say they're in the East, right? They're not. They must be in the National East. Yes. No, they aren't. Where the heck is London? Where did I put London? They are. So it was 2 American teams. New England, New York, Toronto. Ah, here we go. The North. I guess that makes sense. Pittsburgh, Brooklyn, London and London. Yeah, okay, that kind of makes sense. Well, this whole division's kind of up for grabs, and you talked about how big that win was for the Bulldogs. I mean, they're right into the hunt of it, along with the Pittsburgh Sting, the defending champion Brooklyn Beats, and then the Monarchs, they're leading the way. I think I got all these pretty good. I think the only one that's kind of wacky is Mexico City being in the north, but that was just because we ran out of teams. But, boy, 0-7 for the Cheetahs down there. But the South, Austin, Houston, Tennessee, North Florida. Of course, we already saw the East, the West, Oklahoma City, LA, Salt Lake City, and Sacramento. The LA Kiss, that's going to be a good battle that we're going to see down the stretch. The LA Kiss and the Oklahoma City Lancers. The former Bandits and Killer Whales right there. Then in the North, the National North, that's where you have the Wolverines, and the Golden Eagles right there. And, of course, St. Louis Rhinos and the Chicago Cougars. So that's why Mexico City is kind of the odd man out. Of course, to the south, you got Tampa Bay, Atlanta, Orlando, and Memphis. In the East, you got Dallas. I guess that's kind of, Ohio's kind of up north there, right? This division's kind of all over the place, too. Because you got Dallas, which is, Dallas and San Antonio. But then you got Philadelphia, which is all the way. So maybe that's the swap. I don't know if we can. I don't know. There isn't a way to just swap teams, is there? I'd say the ideal thing would be for Philadelphia, if we could just swap divisions, it would be Philadelphia moving to the north and being in this division here, I would think, and then moving the Golden Eagles down to the south. But you can't just swap teams. You're kind of stuck in your conferences. They don't have a swap option here. So that kind of burns us a little bit. Or I guess the East, the East would be better where Mexico City would be. I think so. To be with, Columbus, Dallas, San Antonio. Oh, San Antonio's winless too. So the Cheetahs, not the only winless team, but the only team with 7 losses on the year. So, boy, the former Clash and the former Dragons both having a hell of a time here this season. But good records there. Columbus and Dallas are going to have a competitive battle. They're playing this week, too. So a lot of good division battles going to be heating up as well in the wacky East with 2 Texas teams and 2 Northern teams. I guess Columbus is pretty close to Philly, Ohio, and so, whatever. And then the West, Portland, the Demons, the Firebirds, and the Aftershocks. So Vegas, San Diego, San Francisco, and Portland. All right, guys, that is going to do it. Thank you guys for tuning in to this early morning stream. You guys are awesome. And we'll see you guys next time. It's going to be a big one, the Wolverines and the Golden Eagles.